anyone else noticed that Naturium has been dropping launches like crazy? Like, I can't keep up. And honestly, I've been noticing that a lot of them don't particularly pertain to me, but a few do. So I have 3 new products here from them. And, well, I'm going to give you my thoughts. I almost feel like this should be renamed the Naturium Fan Channel because I have a problem with this brand in that I can't stop buying the products. I mean, it's not that bad. They put out great products at affordable prices. I love trying them. I love letting you guys know about them. And that's what I have for you today. I just want to jump into this. And you know what? If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Jennifer. I'm into all things hair, skin, and makeup. If you are too, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button because you know you're going to come back for more. As most of you know, my favorite sunscreens, pretty much the only sunscreens I use are K-Beauty. But I've been waiting for Susan Yara to come out with a sunscreen because, let's face it, sunscreen is really her thing. She's the one who really made me start thinking about and using sunscreens and really kind of picking them apart and finding the ones that I like. Because listen, there's no point in having a sunscreen if you don't like it and you're not going to wear it. So finding sunscreens that you love and are willing to incorporate easily into your routine so it doesn't bother you, it doesn't make you whatever sunscreens have done to us, however they have tortured us and haunted us for most of our lives. We don't want that. There are so many great sunscreens to choose from. All the words are falling out of my face right now. I apologize. Anyway, of course I've been waiting for this and she dropped, they call it the Dew Glow Moisturizer SPF 50. If you pay attention to Naturium and Susan Yara, she loves a super glowy face. I guess she has very dry skin, so keeping it very hydrated plus using SPFs are her signature. Great. I like staying dewy and glowy and I like using sunscreens. Well, I actually kind of held off when this was first released because I knew it was going to sell out in a hot second and I was still going through my sunscreen. So for whatever reason, I wanted to be excited about it, but I wasn't. So I got it on the second launch. And let me tell you a little bit about it. So it is an SPF 50 organic sunscreen filter plus niacinamide and ethyl ascorbic acid. So the niacinamide right there, I was yay, because one of my favorite sunscreens, the Elta MD, has niacinamide in it. And I find that actually kind of works to counteract any sort of clogging you can get from sunscreen. And it actually makes your skin better over time. So I love niacinamide in sunscreens. I was yay. But then the ethyl ascorbic acid, which is a vitamin C derivative, I was a little my skin does not love vitamin C, but all right, let's see how this goes. Now at $22 for 1.7 ounces, it's a fair price. So it's in this tube just like the multi-peptide moisturizer, which is fine. I don't mind it. I don't love it. It's actually not my favorite, but whatever. So initially when I first pumped it out, I was and then I started moving it around in my hand and I was yeah, it's thick. Yeah, it smells like sunscreen. I was not excited. Let's just say it like it is. I was not excited about it. I get it that she says it's a moisturizer first and then a sunscreen, but in an SPF 50, you aren't a moisturizer first and then a sunscreen. You're sunscreen first, then moisturizer. So as you can tell, it takes a little bit to rub in. They do recommend using a 1/4 teaspoon for the face, which is average. That's usually about what I use. And once you rub it in, there you go. It is very dewy, very glowy. Fine, but it smells like sunscreen. And on my face, it feels like sunscreen. I don't love it. I don't even really like it. It stung my eyes. I could feel it on my face. I didn't want to wear it under makeup. It was just that sort of feeling of I don't want to put makeup on top of this. I mean, it is breaking my heart to say that this is not the sunscreen for me. It is my understanding that she is formulating another sunscreen, so I do look forward to finding out what that is. And listen, I know that here in the United States, companies are extremely limited with the products that they can use or the ingredients they can use to make sunscreens. Sunscreen is regulated by the FDA because it is a cancer preventative. So because of that, they only allow certain ingredients. They are not even looking at Asian ingredients right now. So it's going to be a while before we get those lightweight, lovely lotions that they have in Korea and Japan. So formulating here is a challenge. It is hard making sunscreens that are just the way I want them to be for me, for my skin. Now, I'm not saying this isn't a good sunscreen, especially if you have very dry skin. I think you would love it if you have very dry skin. If you have oily skin, I don't think you're going to like it that much. It was fine for me on my neck and my chest. fine. And that's probably how I'll continue to use it. And for sunscreens that I don't like that much on my face, I usually throw them in my purse and I use them on the back of my hands. So at some point, this may end up in my purse for like touch up on my neck and my chest during the summer. But right now, this is not the sunscreen for me, and it's crushing me to tell you that. If you by chance are using this and loving it, tell me why you love it. Tell me, just tell me. All right, let's switch gears because I need a little positivity. Let me tell you about something I am loving. I think this is their newest launch. This is the Skin Renewing Retinol Body Lotion. It says advanced retinol for smoother skin, fragrance-free. Now, when I saw this, I was like, yes, you had me at retinol. You know how I feel about retinol. It's just, we've talked about it a lot. And as some of you may know, I am an absolute convert to using body lotion now. It was never really my thing. First, the Necessary one got me back on using it, or I guess started me using it. But then once I tried the Naturium Biolipid one, I was sold. It dries down. I can put my clothes on immediately, leaves my legs, my arms feeling soft and supple, and I love, love, love it. So I knew I was going to love this. Now at $25 for 8 ounces, I'm fine with that price. I'm probably about a third of the way through this. They say that you should be using it in the evening, like your other retinol products. Just for you guys, I decided to use it morning and night to see if I would get any irritation, and I have not. None. No redness, no flaking, no dryness, no retinization, nothing. My arms and legs are completely covered up because it is the dead of winter, it is cold, and I am completely covered, so I'm not exposing my skin to the sun. However, come summertime, I will only be using it in the evening, and I will be wearing sunscreen throughout the day, all over my whole body when I go outside, because I don't want to like undo any progress I get with this. All right, let me tell you a couple things about it. So it is an encapsulated, stabilized, pure retinol complex, along with allantoin. Now, allantoin is very soothing, so I think that kind of helps balance any sort of irritation you might get. Like I said, I've gotten none. And the whole point of this product is to improve tone, texture, and firmness. And honestly, at this age, any product that can do that, I'm gonna throw my money at it. And they say it leaves the skin feeling soft, supple, nourished while reducing redness and irritation. So I have found that to be true. Now for me, it was two things that really sold me on it. Retinol, of course, but the other was I tried it at night, just like Susan said, and I was kind of freaking out about it because the last thing I want to do is put lotion on and then get into bed and no. But I did it. And literally I put it on. 2 minutes later, I do not feel it at all, especially on my legs. I hate during the night when like my bare legs stick to each other. That's intolerable. And I was like, if that happens because I'm putting lotion on, then you're dead to me. That absolutely does not happen. And I am a freaking crybaby about anything that bothers me in my sleep. So have I gone on and on about this for a reason? Yes, I will be repurchasing this. I know when it initially launched, you could get a bundle with this with the retinol cream that they have in the pump. I already had that, and actually I use that on the back of my hands in the evening. If they still have that bundle, I think it might be worth it for you to maybe check that out. If they don't, sorry. But if you're a retinol junkie like me, I think you're gonna be picking it up. And the last thing that I've been using, this is their Salicylic Acid Serum 2%. It's an acne treatment plus maltobionic acid. We'll get to the maltobionic in just a second, but Salicylic 2%, that's for me. I use the Paula's Choice 2% BHA. You've all heard it a bajillion times. I use it pretty much every morning because my skin clogs very easily, and that actually keeps my pores very, very unclogged. This here says you need to shake it. So it's not as watery as the Paula's Choice. And when it comes out, you can see it's still thinner, but it has just a little more body to it. And I did use it all over my face for a week. I had no itching, no irritation. It was fine. But what I found I really liked using it for was spot treating. It's $20 for 1 ounce. And the Paula's Choice is actually, I want to say $34 for, 3 or 4 ounces. So the Paula's Choice is actually a better value. However, because I'm using this for spot treating now and not all over my face, I'm fine with the price point. Now, according to Naturium, they say it clears blemishes, prevents acne from forming, and is a gentle, non-drying formula, gentle enough for daily use. Now, like I said, you do need to shake it well before using. I did notice on the site, there were a lot of people complaining about the packaging, saying that when they went to open it, that the actual pump cap was sticking inside inside of here. I haven't had any problems with the packaging whatsoever. So I don't know if I was lucky and I got a good one or if they fixed the issue, whatever, but it could happen, I guess. Now the multibionic acid, I was really curious about that. So when I went to the ingredient library on the Naturium site, I was a little disappointed that it wasn't listed in there. So I had to go do my own research, and I came upon some actual like scientific stuff about it. Sometimes when I search for these ingredients, I actually end up on like literal like scientific journals and stuff like that, and that's what I ended up for the multibionic. All right, so basically what I was able to discern from reading through all the scientific jargon is that it is a topical used for anti-aging benefits, and it's kind of having some remarkable results. So I have a feeling we'll be seeing it in future products. Now it looks like Naturium is only using it for gentle exfoliation. However, overall it is supposed to increase the epidermal thickness, which is what we want. We want our skin to be thicker and not thinner. It helps to improve fine lines, wrinkles, elasticity, firmness, texture, dryness, and clarity. Does that sound like a wonder ingredient or what? However, I do believe that that's at a higher concentration where they found those results. I think that was at like 8%. I don't know what the actual percentage strength they're using in this. So the fact that they're using this as a gentle exfoliant, that's still great. Now, like I said, I've only been using it in targeted areas. And actually, I've been using it on my nose a lot lately. I've had a couple clogged pores that have been making me crazy. So I thought I would use this to target. It's definitely helping. Is it going to replace my Paula's Choice 2% BHA? No, they're going to work together. Now, this was actually a part of a whole like acne line that they launched. Those products don't really pertain to me. I don't have back acne. I don't need benzoyl peroxide. So this is really just for those of us who get clogged pores, the occasional breakout. I think this is something nice to have. Do you have to have it? Probably not. And if you don't have a salicylic acid already in your arsenal, I think you would really enjoy this because it is gentle, and I'm finding it to be really effective. All right, so not bad. I am disappointed that I don't like the sunscreen, and I could go on and on about that like I already did, but it is what it is. I will, of course, leave these products linked in the description box below. Now, if you're using any of their newer products that I'm not using, do me a favor and put it in the comments and let me know what you're using and what you like about it. All right, you guys, that is all for today. As always, I want to thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you real soon. Mwah.